Hi everyone, and welcome to the second video in a series on how to edit your drone footage. In my previous video, I showed you all how to use the DJI Fly app to take that drone footage, make a short video with it, and share it with your family and friends. What I'd like to show you today is kind of the next level up. I'm going to show you a program called Cyberlink PowerDirector 18. And the reason that I like this program is because it's relatively easy to learn. So you can get into editing right away and get that footage out there and start sharing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just a really quick overview of the program. And then I'm going to show you how I take some real estate footage that I captured this past summer. I'm going to put that into the program, add a little bit of music to it, and show you how it can result in a nice video. So let's get on the computer and show you how to use Cyberlink PowerDirector to edit your drone footage. Hey, thanks for coming back to the channel, everyone. If you might be here for the first time, this is 51 Drones. My name is Russ. After you're done watching this video, go ahead and browse around the channel. And if you find anything of value or interest, please consider clicking on the subscribe button to join this community. So let's go ahead and open the computer. Now this video might get a little bit long, so I'm going to go a little bit fast. Now, if I end up going too fast, all you have to do is click on the settings icon at the bottom of the video here, and you can change the playback speed to 3/4 speed or even half speed. It's going to sound like I'm talking drunk, but at least you can slow down the video. So when you open up Cyberlink PowerDirector, this is what the program's going to look like. Now, this is Cyberlink PowerDirector 18, but there's also Cyberlink PowerDirector 365. And the difference between the two is the 18 version is a one-time purchase plan. So you pay for the program and it's yours forever to use and to keep. The 365 version is a subscription-based program. So you pay a monthly fee or a yearly fee, and then you get regular updates on it, and you have to continue paying that fee if you want to keep using the program. So that way is a little less expensive. It costs less to do that, but every year you're going to have to renew that subscription. Whereas if you buy the program outright, then you pay the fee once and then you can continue to use the program. So there's benefits to both and there's disadvantages to both. It just depends on what you like to use. So what I want to show you first of all is the layout of PowerDirector right here on the left-hand side and the upper left-hand side. This is where you're going to put all of your videos and your photos and your music, everything that you're going to use to make your video. It's kind of like the ingredients. So this is the media content folder. Right over here on the right-hand side, this is your preview panel. So anything that you have clicked on over here in the media content folder is going to show up in the preview panel. And so if you have something highlighted over here, you can preview it right here by scrubbing through it if it's a video, or just by looking at it if it's a photo, or by listening to it if it's a song. And then right down here, this is the timeline. This is where you're going to mix all of your ingredients together to make your video. And so the first thing that I want to do, the first thing I do when I open up PowerDirector is I get rid of all this demo stuff right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click right there. I'm going to highlight everything, go to edit, and we're going to remove selected items from the library. That way it's nice, clean slate. It's nice and open. We don't have to worry about being confused with all those extra clips in there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start throwing our clips into this folder right here. I do want to show you right on the left-hand side down here, a lot of different options. I'm not going to go through all of these in this video. If you want a complete tutorial on how to use all of these options right here, I'm going to put a link for a video down in the description that'll show you the complete tutorial on how to use this program. My goal for you with this video is to show you how to import your footage from your drone, import some music, and make a nice video with it. So it's about as simple as you can get. Otherwise, this video is going to get to be too long. So let's go ahead and start importing our footage and our song right here into the Cyberlink PowerDirector. There's a number of different ways to do it. The best way, the easiest way is to click on this folder right here where it says import media. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that folder. I'm going to import media files, and then that's going to pull up a place to navigate where you have your files stored. So I have all these files stored right here already in the folder called 2019 Velva House. This was a real estate shoot that I did last May, and I got a lot of nice shots for it. It's a nice 45-acre property, and so it's really nice. And so I was fortunate enough to get some footage for that realtor. So here's all of the clips that I have. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and narrow this down. We're going to go on type. We're just going to click on to show the MP4s and then the MP3. And that brings up all my video and the song that I have chosen. Now, one suggestion that I have for you that's a big time saver is to go ahead and watch your videos before you do this a little bit and just name each of them, kind of like the highlight of that clip, because it's going to make it easier when you start editing your video to know, oh yeah, that's the one that has the shop on it, or that's the one where it starts at the front door, or you know what I mean? So it's really wise of you if you name these first before you start editing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all this. I'm going to click on the top one, hold down the shift button, and then click on the bottom one. That's going to highlight everything. I don't want to use these three right here because these did not turn out. So I'm going to hit Control and click on those three so they're not going to be included in the import. Then I'm going to click on Open. That's going to drop everything into that media content folder. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start pulling these files, these video files and this song, down here into the timeline. And this is where we're going to start crafting our video. So we're taking our ingredients, we're going to start mixing them up right here for our final product. But before I do that, there's one thing that I want to do. Now, most video editing programs go from the bottom up. So what that means is when you start laying down your video tracks and your audio, and you start adding things as they go, you start layering them one on top of the other. And so when you're looking at the timeline, it builds up. Well, Cyberlink PowerDirector has always gone the opposite way. You'll put your video track down and your audio track, and then anything you add goes underneath. And whatever's underneath actually gets overlaid the video, which is up on top. So it's really backwards. So this version, version 18, they give you the option to switch it. So we're going to switch it. We're going to go up here to Edit. We're going to click on Preferences. We're going to click on Editing, and then you click on this little box right here where it says Reverse Timeline Track Order, Track 1 at the bottom. And then we're going to click OK, and that's going to flip everything, and it's going to make it normal. All is right with the world now. Your video and your audio is right there at the bottom, and then anything you add later on is going to be layered on top of the video. So let's say you add some special effects. They're going to go up on top, and that's going to be overlaid the entire video. And so it just makes more sense to do it this way. It's best to do it this way, especially if you move into more advanced video editing programs. They all work like this. So make sure you do that first. So what we're going to do is we're going to start dragging these down now. Now, the first thing that I always do, like I showed you in my DJI Fly app, if you watched that video, if you didn't, I'll put it right up here. Go ahead and watch that. But I like to edit my videos to the music. And so I've downloaded a music song right here, a music song. I've downloaded a song right here. I'm going to drag it into the timeline, drop it right in there, and right there we have our music. Now, I get all my music from Epidemic Sound. You've probably heard me talk about it enough, but I use Epidemic Sound for all my videos, my YouTube videos, my commercial stuff like this, because it's royalty free, it's low cost. You get a 30-day free trial. They have awesome sound effects. They're updating it on a regular basis. And so I'm very pleased with Epidemic Sound. There's a lot of different options out there for you to get royalty-free music. I prefer Epidemic Sound. Some of you might not. Some of you might like some other services, and that's okay. I still love you, but I love Epidemic Sound. And so I'll put a link down in the description for a 30-day free trial. If you want to check it out, there's no commitment. You don't have to worry about it. You can download some songs, check it out, see if you like it. Anyway, there's a song I got. I actually got this song from, they actually have a folder called Real Estate Tunes or something like that. And so this is a nice fitting song. Here, I'll let you listen to it for just a little bit. Okay, sounds pretty good, right? So we're going to cut the music. We're going to cut the videos, excuse me, to the music. And we're going to try to match the cuts of the clips to the beat of the music. So we're going to go all the way back to the beginning here. Now I know that I want my first scene to be this one right here, Launch Wide Sweep. This is where I just took off. This was the first flight of the day. So I'm going to drag that down into the timeline and set it right there on the video track. We're going to click on Overwrite. Whoops, what happened? Our song moved over. Not sure why that happened. We're going to drag that song back over there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of scrub through here. And scrub, what that means, scrub, is to grab a hold of the playhead here and drag it over to find a spot on the preview panel. This is your preview panel. I'm going to find a spot where I want the video to start. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute this so you guys don't have to listen to it. So I'm going to right click, mute. All right, now we're going to scroll ahead here. And I want the video to start about right here where the trees kind of start to reveal the house a little bit. And now what we're going to do is we're going to cut off this left side. So the playhead is right here, this red line. That's the playhead. That shows you where you are in the video. We're going to get rid of everything to the left. So what we're going to do is there's two ways to do that. You can click on this right here, which is split the split the selected clip, or we can right click and do split. Now we've cut that clip into two. We're going to get rid of this side. We're going to click on it. We're going to right click. We're going to go up to remove, and we're going to fill gap and move all clips. So that's going to move everything over. Click on that. And now we got where we want the video to start. I'm going to go ahead and unmute this. And we're going to hit play and see how it looks. Oh, what happened to my music? Oh, we're going to drag that over. I see what happened. We cut out the first whole part of the music. So if that happens, you just grab the edge here, stretch it all the way out, and push it back to the beginning. I'm not sure why that happened. So let's go ahead and listen to this. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. Okay, so not too bad. I think I'm going to stretch it out a little bit more to start a little bit earlier because my drone footage got a little bit jerky there. All right. So as you can see, you see these peaks right here on the audio, on the music. We're going to stretch this out a little bit so you can see it better. See how those peaks are right there? That's where the beats are dropping. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut our video to the beats a little bit. So we're going to scroll ahead to right there where the beat is peaked out right there. There's our playhead. We're going to split it. So we're going to right click, split. And now I'm going to go ahead and scroll ahead. Let's go ahead and mute this so you guys don't have to listen to it. Normally I wouldn't do that, but I'm doing it so you guys don't have to listen to the music. And we're going to scrub ahead. There's another part of this clip that I want to include in this first sequence. And where is it? It's about right here. Let's go ahead and play it a little bit. And yep, well, see that? I want to show you that, you guys. Here's a tip for you. Don't have those kind of movements in your final video. Where the drone, see how where the drone kind of shifts quickly? You don't want to have that in your footage. It makes it look really bad. It looks like an amateur. So make sure you cut those out. So we're going to start right here and we're going to right click, split it. We're going to get rid of all of this. So we're going to highlight it, right click, remove, and then fill gap and move all clips. So that's going to shift everything over. So let's go ahead and listen, play. Nice. Okay, so here where the beat drops there. So we're going to stretch that out and we're going to go to right there where it just comes in. We're going to right click, split it. We're going to right click on this right hand side and remove. All right, so we got our first two cuts right there. Now let's go ahead and let's add in this point of interest. This is automatic point of interest. So here I used an intelligent flight mode and put it right there and insert. Sorry, why did it do that? Let's undo. For some reason, I cannot figure out how to do this, but I'm going to drag it. I'm actually going to drop it in this video. Where is it at? Oh, God. Right there. I'm going to drop it in right there. For some reason, I have to drop it into a different track before I can put it into the track that I like. If you guys know how to do that, please tell me down in the comments. I can't figure it out. Even if I choose overwrite, it pushes everything over. If I choose fill gap, it pushes everything, no matter what. But if I put it in a different track and then drag it, then it works. So if you know what I'm doing wrong, please let me know in the comments. So now what we're going to do is going to scroll ahead here. Let's go ahead and mute this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make additional cuts here because this video is going to get too long. I'm going to fast forward through all of this, and then I'm going to come back and show you about the final little touches that I'm going to make to this video before I export it. So let's go ahead and speed through this. I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have all the video clips cut to the music the way that I want, and I got about 1.5 minute video, maybe a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do right now is I've cut where I want it to stop. Now I also need to cut the music because we're going to end that right here. So we're going to hit split. We're going to right click on it and we're going to remove that as well. So now what you want to do is to end this video, we want that music to fade out, and we want the video to fade out to black too. So you're going to go up here to these options. We're going to go to transition room. This is a little lightning bolt right here. And we're going to do fade. We're going to drop it on the end of the video. And let me show you what that looks like. And it just fades to black. Okay. So we want to do that same thing with the music. So what we're going to do is right here, what we're going to do is we're going to go on the music and we're going to hit the control key. Whoops. Get rid of that. I double clicked. We're going to go about, let's go about 2 seconds back right there. We're going to hold the control and click, and that's going to add a keyframe. See the red little dot there? Now it's white. And we're going to put a keyframe right on the end as well. Now we're going to hold that little white dot and drag it down, and you see how the music peaks go down. The music's going to fade down too. So go over here, hit play. Okay, nice. So you want that to fade out. Now we're going to do that same thing at the beginning here, at least with the video part. We're going to fade it in. So we're going to grab this fade transition. We're going to drop it right at the beginning of the video. And it's going to start to black and it's going to fade in. So let's go ahead and watch it. Nice. Just gives it a nice feel. The fade in and the fade out. I don't know, it just makes it nice. It's so simple. And people get so stuck on transitions and they want to have really cool transitions. Honestly, I think transitions are kind of a fad. Some of them are cool, but for the most part, simple, straight cuts are the way to go, especially in a real estate type video like this. Nobody cares about all the fancy transitions. They're looking for a nice view of the property. They're looking for just simple cuts. They don't want all of that fancy stuff. So some of you are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. That's my personal opinion. So let's go here and see. Now, I think we're good to go here. And so I don't think, after going through these videos, I'm not going to do any kind of color grading because I'm pretty happy. There's actually quite a bit of green here. This might have a little bit too much yellow, but this video is going to get to be too long if I start color grading. So I think it looks pretty good as is. So once you get your videos put down, your music put down, it's cut to the music, you're ready to go, you want to export it now. You're going to export it. You're going to go right up here to the produce. You're going to click on produce. And then what it's going to do is going to bring up the produce, whatever menu right here. I always export an H.264 AVC right here. A lot of different options. Trust me, just do that one right there. And then for profile name and quality, I shot this in 4K at 30. So we're going to export it 4K at 30 as well. And I think everything else looks pretty good. You don't have to do anything else. And you're going to pick where you want to save it. I'm just going to save it right there into the Cyberlink PowerDirector folder. And I think we're good to go. We're going to go ahead and click on start. That's going to export our video. It's going to take a few minutes. So that's how you edit a simple video with Cyberlink PowerDirector. I know it's very simple. I know it's pretty basic, but the goal of this video was just to get you started and get you into Cyberlink PowerDirector. If you want to learn more about it, if you decide to purchase this program, there is a link in the description for you to do that. There's also a link for the subscription-based part of this program, the Cyberlink PowerDirector 365. So that's there as well. And then also I'm going to put a link for a complete tutorial. The videos that I have watched, I've learned a lot from watching other people here on YouTube, just like you watch me. So I'm going to put a link to the video that shows you the basics of learning how to use Cyberlink PowerDirector. So hopefully I gave you something of value today. If I did, click on that thumbs up button. Also, if you want to subscribe and see more videos like this, go ahead and click on the subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at 51drones. I want to thank you so much for watching, everyone, today. Have a great day. And as always, fly safe and fly smart.